Hello lovely fellow tabletop gamers, it is Angela here, Nerfenstein, and today we are going to look at Expedition Endurance, the latest Time Stories scenario. First up, fear not, I am not going to spoil anything that is in here for you. Okay guys, I'm super excited that it's finally here and I've finally had a chance to play it. Expedition Endurance, the new Time Stories scenario, and it feels like I have been waiting forever for this one. I'll give you a super quick intro if you've never played the Time Stories game, which I've got here. Time Stories is a different kind of board game. You buy this, the main game, here, all the bits you can see, and then add-on scenarios are released every few months. And they work with this main game, but changing aspects of the components. So say in one game, if there's guns, these might be ammo. But in a place where there are no guns, these might be mana, that kind of thing. Once you've completed one of the scenarios, that's it. Because all of the secrets have been revealed. So you've completed it, meaning there's no real replayability in them, but don't let that put you off. In all the scenarios you play time agents, and they can travel through time and into the bodies of receptacles or the people of that period that you meet, and you then take on their skills and other attributes. So it goes back to what I was just saying about how the components take on sort of different roles dependent on the scenario. So Asylum, the one that comes with the box, is based in, I think, the early 20th century in Paris, maybe, I think France anyway. And you are working your way through an asylum. So it's a little bit creepy, but really awesome. Sadly, I can't really show you anything, but for those who've never played Time Stories, I'm just gonna pop up a quick video, probably here, that will give you an idea of how the game works, and hopefully spoiler free because it's the official trailer. Here we go. Okay, so that was Time Stories, this beauty here. You can see how it works, the beautiful artwork, the characterization, all of that should have been in that trailer, hopefully, give you an idea. The next scenario to release after you finished Asylum was this one, the Marcy case. And the Marcy case is set in the 90s, 1992. And in this one, you're searching for a little girl called Marcy. I'll just show you sort of an example of the artwork on the back. It doesn't give too much away. The next release, I think from memory, was this one, which is Under the Mask, and it is set in the Valley of Kings in Egypt. And again, a gorgeous artwork. I'm hoping my camera's picking this up and it's not blurry. Following that one came A Prophecy of Dragons, this baby here. And A Prophecy of Dragons is set in the Middle Ages, but a sort of alternate reality where magic and that kind of thing is prevalent. Okay, today we're going to talk quickly about Expedition Endurance. This is the latest release, and as you can see, it's set in 1914, and it is set in Antarctica, the famous Endurance mission. So in this one, it differs slightly to some of the others because you've got that real world sort of connection to what actually happened to those guys. And that's mixed with a sort of fantasy aspects, but I can't go into detail, of course, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. So as I mentioned, each scenario differs and the components come into play. And in Expedition Endurance, sanity comes into play, which is a really cool addition. So you can actually go insane in this one. Problem with being insane is you're not allowed to tell the other players what's actually wrong with you. So you have to sort of act like you're insane, and you've got a card that tells you exactly what your problem is. I'm not going to tell you what some of the phobias or insanities are because I feel like that would be a bit of a spoiler. But needless to say, it will change the way that your character can interact and the things that your character can do, which is really, really cool. Now, as I said, I don't want to spoil anything for you, so I'm just going to gloss over the things and my impressions with this latest scenario by comparison to the other scenarios that I mentioned. I found this one to be really fast. We seem to get through it a lot quicker than some of these others, but I actually found it really fun to play. A little bit of an anticlimax at the end, but that wouldn't be the first time that's happened. I felt like the scenarios sort of got worse as they went along. So Asylum, my group really enjoyed. Marcy Case, they enjoyed. This one here, Prophecy of Dragons, less so. Under the Mask, less so again. And this one here, thumbs up. So we all gave it a thumbs up. So this one here, Expedition Endurance, is another great addition to the Time Story scenario line. You do need to tighten up a few confusing things with the rules or characters still, which has been an ongoing issue with some of these. But overall, you'll get it, and I think you'll really enjoy this one. So definitely give it a look. I will be doing a spoiler-filled review, but it will probably be after I get back from America, because I'm going there in just a few days. That was Time Stories Expedition Endurance. Definitely check out Time Stories if you haven't had a chance to play it. It's a different kind of game, and although the replayability isn't really there with the scenarios, they are pretty cheap. I think they come in at around $40 each. You're going to get a few hours joy out of that, and you're going to be playing with multiple other people, so maybe go in together, you know, put $10 each or whatever. That was Expedition Endurance. Giving it a thumbs up from our group, and from me, Nerfenstein out.